Environmental protection, long a hallmark of Vermont politicians, whether in Congress or at the State House. This year, Governor Phil Scott faces a Republican primary challenged by White River Junction businessman Keith Stern. We asked each what more he'd do to fight climate change and accelerate Vermont's shift away from oil and gasoline-based energy.
Well, certainly our goal to have renewables, 90% renewables by 2050, I think is something that's doable. It's going to take a lot of technology changes, and I think we're seeing it. When we see the incredible advances in technology, particularly around battery storage, I think that's going to be a change in making renewables more attractive as well. The efficiencies we're seeing in EV vehicles, we've seen that in leaps and bounds.
Meantime, Keith Stern says he opposes commercial solar farms, instead favoring a big expansion of Hydro-Quebec power coming into the state. He'd also like tiny nuclear plants here too.
I like the idea of the micro nuclear plants, the ones that get buried in the ground, so there's no water to them, there's no maintenance to them, there's no risk of terrorism to them, and the life is, I believe it's 10 years, and one of those will power 20,000 houses.
In Vermont, transportation remains the single largest source of carbon emissions. Vermonters tend to drive a lot, and electric vehicles still account for only 1% of all vehicles on the road. Some lawmakers favor a state carbon tax on oil and gasoline to help speed up the transition, with rebates to protect the poor. The Republicans say no.
No.
Why not?
It's a business killer. It'll drive so many businesses out of the state, and it's counterproductive. What they're going to do is the ones that would be the most biggest users of it, which is the lower income people that don't have energy efficient houses, don't have the energy efficient cars, they're going to get rebated. So what is it going to accomplish?
A carbon tax would be detrimental to our economy. I've been quite clear on that over the last few years, and I still feel the same. It would put some of the rural areas of our state at a disadvantage. It would put many of our businesses who are trying to compete on both a national and international basis at risk. So I believe that we need to continue down the path we're going and trying to encourage with tax incentives and so forth more growth in that area. We're doing some infrastructure changes with some of the Volkswagen money to encourage more charging. I think that's going to be important as we transition to more electric vehicles.
As with his predecessor, state police drive Governor Scott around in a leased Ford Expedition SUV. It's big. Asked if the governor of the state should switch to an electric vehicle, Scott said, sure, at some point, yes. We'll hear from the Democratic candidates here tomorrow night.